How is it going? Today I'm here with my WWE Evolution 2018 PPV Predictions. Of course, Evolution is the first ever all-women's pay-per-view event that takes place live on the WWE Network as well as pay-per-view tomorrow night. And overall, like I say, going to Evolution, I honestly don't really care for this show. To me, it's just a show, and I'm not invested into it. I don't care for it. It's not because it's an all-women's pay-per-view, which this may sound harsh though, but I do hope this is the last ever women's pay-per-view. And it's not because it's women. It's just because WWE just has no creative idea what to do with their women. This isn't 2015, 2016 where you had multiple women's storylines going at the same time. It's 2018, and unless you're in the title scene, creative has nothing for you, honestly. So that's honestly, and this pay-per-view really shows it because there's only 7 matches, which I'm not complaining about, but at the same time, there's 7 matches, there's 3 championship matches, and there's kind of, there's a big tag team match. There's, the Mae Young Classic Finals, and then there's a Battle Royal, which, if you don't know what Battle Royals are used for, it's basically, we have nothing for all these people, let's throw them all in Battle Royal, because that's the way to get them on the card. That's basically what it is, and I just feel like the build hasn't been there. I feel like they haven't really, emphasized the show. I feel like going into Super Showdown a couple weeks ago and going into Crown Jewel for next week, they've really focused on those 2 shows, and this show is kind of an afterthought. It's been overshadowed, and they really haven't put that much effort into it. I know they're trying to make it seem like a big deal. You have Nikki Bella on these, talk shows. On Twitter, the official hashtag has the emoticon next to it. So they're trying to make it seem like a big show, but creatively going into it, watching Raw and SmackDown Live every week, there was really no build going into the show. When they announced the show back in, July, they made a monumental announcement. Every 15 minutes on Raw, you were reminded that there is an all-women's pay-per-view happening in October. But now that we've got to it, it just seemed like they didn't care anymore. It's like, oh, we're here, so we don't have to promote it anymore. It's just, everyone knows what's happening. To me, they just didn't really put an effort into it, and this card really shows it. I feel like this card is very lazy. There's only 2 matches I honestly care to see. Besides that, I don't really care to see anything else, to be perfectly honest. And again, it's not because of the women. They have very talented women on the roster. It's just there's no creative focus with them whatsoever. So I feel bad for them because this is their bigger opportunity, and I really do hope they go out there and kill it because this is their one time to really shine. But I just feel like creatively, especially on the SmackDown Live women's roster, they really didn't have a chance at all. They're all thrown in Battle Royal besides the SmackDown women's title match. So I don't know. I just feel like they got really screwed, and for a big monumental show for them, they definitely didn't really get the spotlight they deserved. So that's why I just feel like creatively it was lazy. They just didn't care. And like I said, they're trying to make it like a big deal, but in actuality, they didn't put any effort into it. That's honestly how I feel about going into Evolution. But like I said, there's 7 matches, which, I am pleased with because I hate these 10+ match pay-per-view cards. Unless it's WrestleMania. I know even for WrestleMania people don't like it, but I understand WrestleMania having 10+ matches. But any other pay-per-view, honestly, does not need 10 matches at all. There will be a 1-hour kickoff show. Nothing's been announced for it. Maybe they'll throw in like an NXT tag match, or, they'll have some matches with other women that aren't on the show right now. So I'm pretty sure they'll do something with it on the kickoff show. So there is a 1-hour kickoff show. A 1-hour kickoff show, 1 hour prior to the pay-per-view. But of course, on the match card for 7 matches, we do have 7 matches, like I said. We'll be having the finals of the Mae Young Classic this year taking place on the show. So that's pretty good. They did the whole Live Network special last year for it, so to see it spotlight on Evolution is a right decision if you ask me. So it should be a good match. Looking forward to that. We'll be having, like I said, a women's battle royal for a future women's title match. So I guess whoever wins gets to choose the title, or if they win, like say an NXT, Raw, or SmackDown Live competitor wins, they get the title shot of their brand. I'm not sure how it works, but you have a bunch of legends and just pretty much everyone that's not in a match on this card. So it's a battle royal. I thought the Royal Rumble was great for the women's Royal Rumble. I thought the WrestleMania Battle Royal was awful. So I really have no idea what to think going to this Battle Royal. So hopefully it's okay. I don't have my hopes too high for this. We'll have the Riott Squad taking on Sasha Banks, Natalya, and Bayley. I really went blank there. And a 6-woman tag team match. Whatever. I feel like I've seen this match before, but it is what it is. Becky Lynch defending her SmackDown Women's Championship against Charlotte Flair in a last women's standing match. Of course, this is the 2nd ever last women's standing match in WWE. Of course, the first one happening last year between Asuka and Nikki Cross at NXT. But, they want to seem like this is the first time ever, even though it's not. It's the first time ever on the main roster, yes, but not the first time ever. So, whatever. That's actually the match I look forward to the most. That should be a great match. They've had great matches, at Hell in a Cell, at Super Showdown. Last women's standing, especially with the brawl they had a couple weeks ago when they went through the LED board. I think they can definitely go out there and steal the show and have an awesome match. So I'm really looking forward to that. That should be great. Shayna Baszler will be challenging Kairi Sane in a TakeOver Brooklyn 4 rematch for the NXT Women's Championship. I wasn't really too high on that match, so I'm not really looking forward to this match at all. Hopefully it's better than the Brooklyn match. That's all I can say personally from my opinion. Then of course we have a tag team match that was originally supposed to be 2 singles matches. So it's supposed to be Alexa Bliss taking on Trish Stratus and Mickie James taking on Lita, which I was excited for Alexa Bliss and Trish Stratus. But of course, they decided to merge those two matches into a tag team match. So we were supposed to be getting Trish Stratus and Lita taking on Mickie James and Alexa Bliss. However, Alexa Bliss is out with a concussion, so she'll not be competing in this match, unfortunately, and therefore Alicia Fox, out of all people, will be replacing Alexa Bliss in this tag team match. Terrible idea. What they should have done, in my opinion, was just make it a singles match. Have Mickie James versus Trish Stratus, which I'm pretty sure everyone would love to see, and just have Lita and Alexa Bliss in their corners. That would have been such an easy solution, but no, you had to put Alicia Fox in this position, which, if you don't know me, I absolutely think Alicia Fox is terrible. I don't like her at all. I think she's just horrible in any role she's in. Besides the Wedding Planner. When she was Edge's Wedding Planner, she was actually decent, but for this role, no. They should have just made it a singles match and had Alexa and Lita and Trish in Mickey's corner. That's what they should have done, in my opinion. Why they just threw Alicia Fox in there, I don't know. I know she's part of the friends with Alexa and Mickie, but at the same time, she has no business being there. She's very relevant, and she definitely sticks out like a sore thumb out of all four of them. So, yeah. I mean, the tag team match, I was looking forward to the tag team match, even though I was really looking forward to a singles match between Trish and Alexa. But I was okay with the tag team match, but now I have no interest in it. Don't really care for it. It's happening. Whatever. It's a throwaway match, if you ask me. Then, of course, we have the big main event, which is Ronda Rousey defending her Raw Women's Championship against Nikki Bella. Originally, when this match was rumored, no interest into it, but I will say they sold me on it. The promos they've been having and the storyline going into this match, I've been invested in, so actually I'm interested in this match. And I do think, given, letting them to go out there and do what they can do, I think they can have a pretty good match, especially with Ronda. She has a great performance, which she really hasn't had in a while. And Nikki Bella, she's good. She definitely doesn't get the credit that she deserves. I definitely think she's a lot better than Brie. And, people just think that, because she was with Cena and Brie's with Bryan, Brie's automatically better. That's a whole different story I'm not going to get into. But I do think Nikki's very talented, and I do think her and Ronda, like I said, if given, they let them go out there and do what they can do without, saying like, oh, Ronda has to get her offense in, or Ronda has to sell for 20 minutes and Nikki has to dominate her. If they just let them go out there and have a competitive match, I really do think they could have a good match. So I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be a good main event, and I definitely think it's the best thing they could have done main event wise. So yeah, that'll do it for the Evolution card. Without wasting any more time, let's go ahead and jump right into predictions. Last women's standing match for the SmackDown Women's Championship. SmackDown Women's Champion Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair. I'm going to go ahead and say Becky Lynch will walk out of this match still the SmackDown Women's Champion and the last woman standing. I just don't see what sense it makes to put the title back on Charlotte Flair, even though, they usually go with the faces to get the upper hand at the end of the feud, but I just don't think it's a smart decision to take the title off Becky Lynch. I feel like she's been on a huge, massive role, and she's just been absolutely incredible since winning the championship and turning heel, so I think it'd be a definitely wrong decision to take the title off her. It should be a great match. I'm actually really looking forward to it. I know these two will go out there and turn the house down and just put on a fantastic last woman standing match, so yeah, it's going to be great, and like I said, the end result, I do expect Becky Lynch to remain still the SmackDown Women's Champion and last woman standing. 6-woman tag team match, Sasha Banks, Bayley, and Natalya versus the Riott Squad. I'm going to go ahead and say Sasha Banks, Natalya, and Bayley get the win here. The Riott Squad never really get wins as a team, but I don't know. Since Riott get the win on Raw this past Monday against Sasha Banks, I just feel like, Sasha, Bayley, and Natalya end up getting the upper hand here. So hopefully it's decent, but like I said, I'm going to go ahead and pick Sasha Banks, Bayley, and Natalya to walk out of this match the winners. 2018 Mae Young Classic Finals, Toni Storm versus Io Shirai. I'm going to go ahead and say Toni Storm wins this match. I think Io Shirai winning it would just pretty much be a repeat of last year with Kairi Sane winning it. So I think Toni Storm definitely benefit off of it, and I can see her challenging Kairi Sane for the NXT Women's title at, TakeOver War Games, in next month in November. So these two should go out there and have a great match. It should be a good one, but kind of result, I'm going to go ahead and say Toni Storm walks out the winner of the 2018 Mae Young Classic. Women's Battle Royal for a Women's Championship match. I really don't know who's going to win here. I think when it comes down to two people, I think it comes down to Asuka and Ember Moon. And I'm going to go ahead and limb and say Ember Moon walks out of this match victorious. I don't know. I can easily see her winning it and challenging Ronda Rousey in the future for the Raw Women's Championship. I don't know. This is a hard match to decide. I like to see someone like Mandy Rose win it, or even Carmella. But something tells me it comes down to Ember Moon and Asuka. And, Asuka won the Women's Royal Rumble this year. So, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and say Ember Moon walks out of this Battle Royal the winner. NXT Women's Championship match, NXT Women's Champion Kairi Sane versus Shayna Baszler. I think it's a safe bet that Kairi Sane walks out still the NXT Women's Champion. She just won the title at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 4 against Shayna Baszler, so I don't see the sense of taking the title off her this quickly. Hopefully they have a better match than their NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 4 match, because I really wasn't a fan of that match. I haven't seen their Mae Young Classic match from last year's final, so I can't really compare that match to that match. But hopefully this is a better one than they had before. But like I said, at the end of the match, I do expect Kairi Sane to retain her championship against Shayna Baszler. Trish Stratus and Lita versus Alicia Fox and Mickie James with Alexa Bliss. You know, when Alexa Bliss in this match, I thought, you know, her and Mickie James would easily walk out of this match victorious, but since Alicia Fox is now replacing Alexa Bliss, I'm gonna go ahead and say Trish Stratus and Lita get the win here. I think it's an easy win from them at this point. I'd be surprised if they lost, but hopefully it's a decent match. Not expecting too much out of it now, but yeah, like I said, Trish Stratus and Alita are my picks to win this tag team match. And then the main event, Raw Women's Championship match, Raw Women's Champion Ronda Rousey versus Nikki Bella. I think easily Ronda Rousey walks out of this match still the Women's Champion. I don't see her losing the title to Nikki Bella, even though it would be a huge shocker. I'd be very surprised if Nikki Bella won the championship, and to be perfectly honest, I wouldn't be against Nikki Bella winning the title here against Ronda Rousey. Actually, I'd like it. I'd like to see a shock value in Nikki defeating Ronda with the help of Brie. But hopefully it's a good match. You know, I think they can definitely go out there and have a pretty solid main event. And, you know, like I said, for shock value, I'd like to see Nikki win. But, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and pick Ronda Rousey to walk out still the Raw Women's Champion. Well, ladies and gentlemen, hope you guys enjoyed my WWE Evolution 2018 pay-per-view predictions. Like I said, Evolution is the first ever all-women's pay-per-view event. It takes place live on the WWE Network as well as pay-per-view tomorrow night. Not really too excited for it. However, I am looking forward to the two huge title matches. Of course, the last women's standing match, and of course, Ronda Rousey versus Nikki Bella. I am looking forward to those two matches. Everything else, I don't really care for. I'm hoping everything impresses because, you know, when you set low expectations, that usually, you know, usually please a lot more easily when it is good. So I don't know. I'm just hoping for a good show. I'm not expecting a good show. I mean, it could be a good show, but I don't know. I just, like I said, I don't have faith in WWE at the end of the day. That's what it comes down to. They have talented women, but I just don't have faith in their booking, and, you know, they always got to involve things where, like, oh, in this match you have to make sure this happens. They just don't let people go out there and do what they can do. So that's kind of why I'm just iffy and don't really have faith in it being a good show. But if it is, awesome. If it's a success, that's absolutely awesome. If not, you know, maybe it's best that this is a one-time thing. So I don't know. Obviously, we'll see how it plays out tomorrow night at Evolution. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, please like below. And of course, till tomorrow night for my Evolution review, I'll see you guys, and thank you guys for watching the video. Never took your side.